All right. Client, I met this guy. He's really nice, but I don't care. I don't know. Next, or just play. I don't feel that much chemistry with him. He's boring. And get ready to pause. He doesn't trigger my anxious trauma response, which I confuse with love. So, any reaction to that?
I think that's super valid. I think that's super, super valid. And, you know, growing up, seeing an unhappy marriage between my parents and, you know, having an attorney as a dad, you sense love in different ways. And I absolutely have had to work through, and I'm still very much so trying to work through feeling comfortable in, you know, what would be a healthy relationship. And if a guy, you know, I mean, I've said to Stella, oh, we went out, but he was boring. Like it just, it didn't, you know, we had great conversation, but I didn't feel anything. So yeah, I think that's super valid.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much just when the whole vibe chemistry thing, it's, to me, it's just this nebulous term. What does that even mean? I mean, I often hear from girls, the guy could otherwise be perfectly pleasant, treat you well, even be attractive.
Checks all the boxes.
But you just don't feel that. And like, guys, it's just very different because guys, we don't look. Also, I think it's, the vibe is something the guy brings. It's the guy that's lacking something that is eliciting the vibe in you. The vibe. How often do women bring the vibe? It's just the guy isn't charismatic enough. He's not funny. He's not entertaining. I'll say is I bring my vibe everywhere that I go. And if he has anything going on and it starts and we're just, if it's flowing seamlessly, you know, if we're just talking and we can have good conversation and I don't have to think, oh gosh, what should I ask him next? Like, what should I remember to bring up because we're going to run out of conversation. That's what I mean by the vibe. If we are on the same wavelength, you know, intellectually, and we can have a solid conversation, that's when I feel the vibe. But I think when you're searching for the electricity, the chemistry, the vibe, the click, the butterflies, whatever bullshit term you want to call it, this is why women fall for players.
Yeah,
because
they're charismatic.
They excite you. They tell good stories. They have charisma. But we as men, we are not your entertainers. If you want entertainment, go watch Netflix. Like, we don't exist to make you entertained. So I don't know. I think
she's just talking about the fact that a guy needs to be able to hold a conversation. Like we're not expecting them to do a little.
Holy sh!
Mark Coons super chatted $500. Ladies,
Thank
would
you,
you
man.
date a guy in the oil industry in North Dakota? By the way, I'm in my mid-40s.
Hold on. Actually, that really quick, that triggers fireworks. Yo, Mark Coons, thank you for the big $500 soup chat. Holy shit, man. Dude, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your patronage, man. That's really nice. So, what was the question?
Would you date a guy that works in the oil industry in Dakota? He's in his mid-40s, by the way. No, I have a boyfriend. But if I was single, maybe.
Just because he's 40.
40 too old?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to move to North Dakota, personally.
Yeah, at this point, 40 is a little old for myself.
North Dakota, then?
I'd love to move to some random little state. I can't wait to get out of California.
He owns like 7 oil derricks. Have you seen There Will Be Blood? The critically acclaimed film by Daniel Day-Lewis?
No.
This guy is a direct descendant of Daniel Plainview.
Wow.
Oil man. He's an oil man.
Wow.
Okay.
That's old money.
What about you? Would you
No.
do it? Okay.
Sorry.
All right. What were we talking about? The vibe. Thank you. What was his name again?
I think you were just trying to tell us
Mark,
that
sorry.
energy is not a real thing, when I think it very much is.
We don't need you to do like a whole song and dance for us, but if you can, like she was saying, I don't need to be the one pulling the conversation the whole time.
I think it's a mutual thing. I think it's either there or it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
If I did what most women do on first dates, like if I didn't carry the conversation, I guaranteed that it would be awkward silence all the time for most dates I go on.
So then you're
calls.
dating the wrong women.
No, it's just y'all can't really carry a conversation.
I wish
Y'all
you could
really
experience
can't.
myself on a date because
Okay.
I can only
Sophia.
speak for myself.
So hold on, Sophia, you and me on our date. I'm gonna do Lead the conversation.
Like we're first meeting, we're sitting down.
Hey, it's
Hello.
good to see you. Good to
Nice
meet you.
Where are you from? What do you, whatever.
Santa
Yeah.
Barbara. Oh, here I'll sure. What about you?
I'm from Tahoe. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, it's like up north.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
Nope.
That's cool. Well, you should visit sometime.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to school?
Where'd I go to school? UCLA, and then
Cool. I have some
CC
friends.
first.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Personally, I go to school in Santa Barbara.
Oh, cool.
Have you? Yeah. Do you like Santa Barbara? Do you visit SoCal very often? Or you went to school in LA? Did you ever go to Santa Barbara?
Yeah, occasionally. Like we went to IV to like party and got
That's
drunk, whatever.
What's the point here? Where are we going with this?
The
Use
fact that
role-playing conversation.
Yeah. He's
Pretend we're on
demonstrating
the
how
first
bland
date.
women are. But when you
this is like you're
when,
supposed to be.
when you asked this woman out on a date, did you not already realize she's totally bland? And I thought you said you were into the bland.
You
like-
did say that.
It's a bit. I mean, it's a little different what I'm getting at here.
Okay.
I think what you're getting at is you're saying that why do men have to constantly carry conversation on the first
Okay.
date, as well as putting the pressure of opening the car door and paying, right?
Let me frame it.
That's pretty good.
Was
No.
that? Well,
That was a comprehensive analysis. Do you want to repeat it?
yeah. Go ahead. Repeat it.
So I'm saying, like, apart from that, like, his
I
point
don't
is
believe
that,
this is a
you know,
real
men are the ones that have to carry everything. They have to carry the conversation on the first date. They have to open the doors on the first date. They have to pay on the first date. So I think what Brian is trying to say is, what do women bring on a first date?
Sort of.
We had this
Sort
whole
of.
conversation.
Sort of,
Yeah.
but-
But he's saying, like, why do the men have to carry everything?
But what I'm
They
saying
don't,
is,
but they-
No, yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
is that the vibe, the click, the chemistry, that is something that's going to be elicited by the man, typically through some conversation, or the vibe, the click, the chemistry can also be elicited if he is, say, 2 points or 3 points higher than you in terms of attractiveness. So a guy can elicit it by being very charismatic, but being equivalent to you in looks. But if he's also very attractive, you're more likely to feel the vibe,
Yeah.
the click, the
Yeah,
connection.
women like to
with
date
that-
more attractive men.
Right.